Shepherds has helped me from not judging me.
Thanks God to this program.
No, I haven't been in the hospital since I've been here.
Yeah.
And that's a big change.
Yeah, the support really did help, because they see you as, like here in particular, they see you as a human being that's struggling.
A lot of the people here realize that we're human, and just because somebody has had their PTSD or their drug abuse or their PTSD and drug abuse, or to deal with it or self-medicate, that we're not all bad people. We're lost people. We're people who don't have a direction.
I used to wake up at all the different hospitals, Quebec, West, Civic, and even Baseline, way out west and east. And so I've been to all the hospitals, waking up after being picked up when I was passed out somewhere on the street or a sidewalk. They said I was found on the middle of the street once. That scared me.
I think organizations like this are so needed, because it's addressing basically two issues, really: mental illness and addiction. Because a lot of people that are homeless are addicted.
My arms are healing, as you see. I use intravenously. I don't have any diseases, which I use clean gear and stuff like that, which the trailers, helps provide.
So again, this is why we need this type of housing thing, because mentally ill addicts, basically, we get stuck in between the cracks. Like they can't send us to mental facility. Can't send us to a hospital. There's just nothing else for us.
This program, like I was able to talk about it, I learned to trust counselors, and took my time, but I got to trust them, and I got I think almost all of it out. And now I'm trying to help out my friends, and when I have a pretty good idea when the subject of abuse and drinking come up, I'm not so shocked by it anymore. Like I used to want to not really talk about it. Now I'm not afraid to talk about it as much. Like it gives me the courage now to be able to say what I need to say or want to say, to be part of this. I didn't realize it was a pretty damn good life that I'm living now.
I had no idea about all the services that Shepherds provides. I had no idea how large an organization it was. I thought of Shepherds as a soup kitchen and a shelter, and I had no idea that Shepherds also does supportive housing and is a leader in supportive housing, a leader in harm reduction, world-renowned programs, that kind of stuff. I had no clue. So diving into that was a lot of fun. Shepherds is a community in so many different ways. It's a community that brings volunteers together. There's a community within a community of people who come to use our services and find their friends and their families and their supports here when they might have lost that otherwise. And the staff is the biggest community ever, because they care for everybody and they do it with such grace and with such talent. And there's talent in everyone. So Shepherds to me is a great big community. And when we talk about supportive housing, somebody recently described it as housing with a hug. And I thought that was a great way to talk about how the program is, but really why it is that way, and it's because of the people. The most proud I've been is this past year in particular, when we're talking about being a housing provider and offering more housing for people than we will be having beds in our shelter. That to me is the biggest, that's the proudest moment we've had at Shepherds, I think, just to know that pretty soon there are going to be fewer people staying in the shelter than we are able to offer homes to, and that's what ends homelessness, is giving people a home. That is, I think, our proudest moment, something that I think our whole team should be really proud of, and also that the community should be really proud of and hopefully support. My hope for Shepherds is that we continue the path that we're going right now in providing housing for people. That's what's going to end the housing crisis here in Ottawa. That's what's going to help people in their recovery. We're in the midst of still an opioid crisis. We're still in the midst of a housing crisis everywhere in the city. There's a 12-year wait list to get into affordable and supportive housing. So I think my wish is that we continue that, because our legacy, regardless of whether we're here or those who come after us, will be right in our mission statement, right in our vision statement, which is homes for all, community for all, and hope for all.